Hey guys, it's me, Lil Ninja, back with another video. Today we're doing what if Naruto had the truest sharingan. And this is another idea that I came up with. So yeah, it's not only what if he had the truest sharingan, but it's mainly about him having the truest sharingan. So yeah, basically everything up when to the Nine Tails attack basically happens the same, but there's a little subtle difference. And I hope you like this video, and I hope that we can get to 400 subscribers before the end of the year, and just help me get to 400 subscribers or 500, whichever one comes first. So yeah. Well, without further ado, looks like we're starting that good. One of my great good video. It's Little Ninja time. Of course, we start off with a few weeks after the Nine Tails attack. Naruto is abducted by Orochimaru, who experiments on him for 2 years, using the Hashirama cells and a bunch of cells that he found left over, the Uzumaki cells, Uchiha cells, even his own cells, to make the perfect body for himself. But knowing that the Nine Tails is there, he decides to scrap the idea and send Naruto back to the village. Of course, with all this extra power left over, Naruto, at the age of 3, will unlock the 6 Tomoe Sharingan. And I know what you're saying, 6 Tomoe Sharingan? The heck is a 6 Tomoe Sharingan? This Sharingan's Tomoes are infinite. No. This Sharingan's Tomoes are 10 Tomoe. It goes up to 10 Tomoes. He has 3 on his he has 3 on his right eye and 4 on his left. Not all 6 yet, but not all 10 on each side yet. But basically, yeah. Naruto would not notice these Sharingans. Also, the only way he's able to attain this truest Sharingan is because of all the bloodline limits mixed together. The Hashirama cells with the wood style, and the Uzumaki clan, the ex-Uzumaki blood, and the Namikaze blood made this new bloodline, the truest Sharingan. Also, this Sharingan is blue and red. So basically, it has a red swirl in the middle, and the rest is basically blue with the Tomoes. Basically, what his Sharingan will look like is 2 shurikens, one in front of the other one, with basically it being a spiral shuriken, and basically having Tomoes around that would be his ultimate Sharingan, not his Mangekyo, his ultimate. I forgot what it's called. What is internal Mangekyo? He won't have the effects of the regular Mangekyo. He will already have, because of the DNA inside of his body, he won't have the side effects of the Mangekyo, and he won't have internal Mangekyo. He'll have ultimate Mangekyo. So those are the only differences. Also, with this Sharingan comes the abilities of everybody else's Sharingan. Like, literally. He has 2 main abilities. And also that these abilities will get stronger when he gets his Rinnegan, which I'll say will be after a training montage. So yeah. What Naruto can do with these eyes, the first thing is he has the Amaterasu. That's basically like a ability that all Sharingans can have. He's great at Genjutsu. And he can create weapons out of nowhere with his Sharingan. Because of this, he's able to basically, never mind. Also, his final ability is the ability to copy Sharingan abilities, making him a lot stronger than the regular Uchiha. And technically, he's not even an Uchiha; he's just an experiment, making him powerful but not too powerful. Making him powerful but not an Uchiha. So yeah. Now we'll time skip to when Naruto realizes he has the Sharingan and decides to start training with this, keeping it a secret from the Hokage, the Uchiha clan, and basically anyone that he knows at the academy, not even showing Iruka Sensei. Making him a lot, this would, with this training, he would train a lot harder with his counterpart, making sure he has enough time to basically do chakra training so that his chakra control is great. Not to mention having enough time to basically get some jutsu from a library, like the fireball jutsu, since the Uchihas don't own that jutsu, although Sasuke seems to think that they do. He would also at one point ask the Hokage for the scroll of sealing, and since the scroll of sealing was made by the fourth Hokage and is technically Naruto's birthright, Naruto was allowed to copy all the jutsu that were in there, since Naruto acts nicely. And, Hiruzen could just not say no to Naruto. He just felt like that would have been bad. He didn't want to say no to Naruto. With Naruto having a smaller scroll of the scroll of sealing, he would be able to learn different jutsus, like the Rasengan, the Kagebushin jutsu, the Haraishin jutsu, and a couple other A rank to B rank to C rank jutsu, like the water dragon, the flame dragon, and starting to experiment with wind and lightning, since in this part those are his natural elements. And also, I would think that since they are his natural elements, he would be able to use the elements without even using hand signs. That's what I think when people have natural element for that. So that's what I'm going to chalk it up to for this. So anyone having a natural element, which is, I'm going to be putting it like very rare, even like some of the Uchiha clans don't have a natural element. Naruto is one of the only people, like Sasuke, Itachi, and a couple other people that have a natural element. Naruto actually having 2, while Sasuke having 1, which is fire, and Naruto having wind and lightning. Having these natural elements means that you can use the element without using hand signs. So that's what I'm going to chalk it up to. But this is my opinion. It's not actually canon inside of the actual show, so don't go quoting my words there. So, yeah. Naruto, we time skip to the end of the academy, and Naruto is actually a secret prodigy, not wanting to show his secrets, only showing his secrets to the Uchiha clan, which I will say did not actually get slaughtered in this one. Naruto would have stopped it because he was actually becoming great friends because he had to reveal his Sharingan to Hiruzen, and Hiruzen would have moved Naruto to the Uchiha clan sector, being adopted by Sasuke's parents. Of course, half of the clan would have been actually massacred before Itachi realized that's lied to him. So basically, would get, what's his name? I forgot what his name was. The freaking person that likes Sharingans. I forgot what the heck his name was. So yeah, he basically got the boot and was exiled from Konoha. And basically that means half of the clan is still alive, while Sasuke is still mad at Itachi. Like, who wouldn't be mad at Itachi for doing that? He killed half of the clan, but the other half would be safe. He would have actually killed Sasuke and his parents. So yeah, Naruto Itachi and Sasuke basically live by themselves, trying to cope with what just happened that night. And this basically just a flashback. Naruto and Sasuke are basically still good friends and everything. So yeah, just everyone else treats him the same, like he's the dead last. Until this final day, he gets tired of it, and Sasuke tells him, "You have to show them your full power. I mean, you have to show them some of your power at this point, because Sasuke is freaking hyping him up, saying like they've been bullying you for like so many years. It's time you get some payback." So Naruto decides to get some payback. Instead of being pinned up against Sasuke, he's pinned up against Kiba, which he instantly Haraishins to Kiba, having already placed a Haraishin on him before, and neck chops him, basically knocking Kiba out instantly. He's out cold. He's cold. Out cold. And they're just surprised, so they decide to pin him up against another person, and then he does the same exact thing. This next person is out cold. Out cold. Basically making everyone surprised that Naruto is doing this type of thing, knocking people out with a one-shot one-shot jutsu. So yeah, everybody's basically surprised that Naruto can do this. So yeah, with that, Naruto would sit back down and decide, and basically they would tell Naruto to do shuriken jutsu, which they think that he would not be able to do. And here I would say, since he didn't fail a bunch of times, he would have a different teacher with basically the same class. Since Iruka wanted to be a ninja again, not a teacher. He wanted to be a ninja again. So, but basically they got the teachers that don't like Naruto, telling him to do certain things that they know that they think that he can't do. Naruto would have basically done everything exceptionally. Already knowing the freaking multi-shadow clone jutsu, he would have basically passed instantly. Basically, they can't make him not pass at this point. If they did, Hiruzen would have popped up in there and would have fired them. So yeah. Until Mizuki, which you don't really need to remember this name, because I will never remember this name. Well, I sometimes don't remember this name. Mizuki, the guy that doesn't like Naruto and was his actual teacher in canon, his second teacher in canon, would decide to try and trick Naruto again, with Naruto actually being smarter in this timeline, knowing that this is a trick, but he would still go along with it. Talking to the Hokage about this, Hiruzen would chuckle, thinking, and would tell Naruto to go along with it, and then the Hokage would come instantly as soon as Naruto would flare up his chakra. Naruto would smirk, saying, I could take him on myself. And the Hokage would say he wants to see what he looks like when he pulls up, thinking that he might think that Naruto is probably not that strong. And Naruto would start to laugh, thinking that he probably does think that. So Naruto would basically go along with it, taking the scroll of sealing with him, almost handing it to Mizuki until he flares up his chakra, the Hokage freaking popping up out of nowhere. Of course, with this, Mizuki would try to place the blame on Naruto, saying that he was trying to get the scroll of sealing away from Naruto. Naruto would say, I already told him about what you told me to do. Do you really think I'm that stupid that I wouldn't know not to steal the scroll of sealing? I'm not an idiot, you know. As Naruto would say this, Mizuki would be scared. Like, the third Hokage is right there. Naruto is actually pretty strong. With that flare of chakra, Mizuki would already know Naruto is about the same level as Kakashi. And because of this, he has the third Hokage and someone that can beat Kakashi on him right now. And he is basically going to get messed up if he makes a wrong move. Which, he does make a wrong move. and then proceeds to get messed up by the third Hokage duoing him with Naruto, basically bashing Mizuki into a tree, getting him up off of the tree, and then bashing him into another tree. So yeah, that was not fun for Mizuki. And then, of course, Mizuki is put into interrogation, trying to see why he wanted the scroll sealing. But of course, everyone knows, well, if you watch the freaking filler for this, Mizuki wanted to steal the scroll of sealing for Orochimaru, and he wouldn't tell any villagers where he wouldn't tell any of the interrogation where Orochimaru was. So yeah, that was not happening for him. Naruto would basically, the next day would come around and he would have his team. With a new teacher, Iruka announcing the team. Because of that, nights, they had to get a new teacher, which would be Iruka. But basically, Iruka would be basically assigning their teams. He wouldn't basically be a teacher for the rest of his life. So with this, Naruto would be getting the team with Sakura and Sasuke. Naruto and his team would meet Kakashi, and basically everything towards that would go canon. And I'm going to be putting this to 2 days because I want Naruto to meet Konohamaru. Naruto would walk into the Hokage's office, asking if there's any other jutsu that he doesn't know about that his dad left for him. And at this point, Naruto, yes, he already knows about his father and his mother, because he would have tried to use the tail beast chakra, knowing about it from the start, because Hiruzen would have told him about it because of how much of a prodigy Naruto was. Because of this, Naruto would have known his parents from the Nine Tails and from Hiruzen finally having to tell the truth. Not to mention that it's pretty hard to not see the resemblance between Naruto and Minato Namikaze. They literally almost have the same name, and they look exactly like each other. Give Naruto the exact same hair as freaking Minato, and basically that's freaking small Minato right there. Not Naruto, that's small Minato. So yeah, Naruto would ask if there's any jutsus that his dad left for him, and Hiruzen would say no, none of that he knows of. And then Naruto would sigh, trying to leave, until the third Hokage's grandson would pop in and say, who are you? And basically being all smug, thinking that this guy is weak. Konohamaru would basically just be staring Naruto down like Naruto is nothing. Naruto would say, I'm one of the strongest people in this village. Naruto still being his cocky self, because no matter how smart he is, this is still Naruto. So yeah, Naruto would just glare at Konohamaru, and Konohamaru would glare back. Konohamaru was saying, my grandfather's the third Hokage, and you are too afraid to even punch me. Naruto would look back at the third Hokage sighing and then nodding, and then Naruto would look back at Konohamaru. Naruto would proceed to do the same thing as in canon, hitting Konohamaru on his head and saying he doesn't care if he is the third Hokage is his grandmother. He doesn't scare him. And Konohamaru would basically just be surprised someone actually hit him on the head. They need to hit him more. Naruto would basically... It would be a much stronger punch than canon, basically almost making Konohamaru cry. Because of this, Konohamaru would call Naruto boss, with Konohamaru stating that he must have a lot of guts, since that no one else would ever punch him on the head like that, because of his heritage. Naruto would say, well, I guess I have to teach you some things after that. Naruto would actually teach Konohamaru the Shadow Clone Jutsu. and then proceed to try and teach him the Rasengan, and then try and give him a win, and tell him to, and would proceed to teach him a Gale Palm and a water bullet, basically giving him a head start on jutsus. At this point, this Konohamaru would barely be able to make one shadow clone. But with that shadow clone, he would be able to make a Rasengan, but the clone would immediately poof after making the Rasengan. With this, after that day, Naruto would go to the Team 7 training and proceed to wait for Kakashi and his team, trying to do the bell test. Naruto would basically be waiting until Kakashi would arrive and his team would have scattered, including Naruto regrouping with Sasuke, Sakura eventually finding them, because she's a Sasuke fanatic and she's going to find Sasuke no matter what. So, yeah. Naruto would begin to tell his plans, stating that they need to work together for this, even though there's only 2 bells. And that is where I will be leaving it off today. I hope you liked the video, and I hope that I can make more videos like this for you guys. And without further ado, it's time for you, oh boy, Little Ninja, to say bye. Little Ninja says bye.